confess I loved you, just thinking of you. You know I've loved you from the start. Stay here on the ground. It's overrated. The cityscape escapes you with a sound. It's delineated. I waited at the station for an hour, but I won't make it. You take off on an uptap by the tower, and you overtake it every moment. I see you on the rise. You're drawn across the sky. Now can't tell you why. Oh, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? Oh, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? And I can't tell you why. Oh, I can't tell you why. Why you have to stay here on the ground? Overrated. The cityscape parades you with a sound. It's delineated. No one here has even learned your name, but they all claim that they saw you land and ran to do the same. But they won't make it every moment. I see you on the rise. You're drawn across the sky. Now that ink has dried, and I can't tell you why. Can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? Or maybe can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why can't you tell me there's an issue you've seen before? And I can't tell you why.
Hey everybody! It's time for our main playthrough. But we will lead with Hatching Tide. So I had to teleport back to Gridania for that. Look, there he is. Come on, give me the music. This is about it. Let's do this. Of weeds and whimsy. A stylish dreamer is smiling at you. Already your day has improved. Fun. Come on, come all, for the happy season of Hatching Tide is upon us once more. And what an excellent season it is. That's the spirit. Lovely to see you again, Gnezi. You remember, yes, you and the Aleppo. Come with another vision to share. This year I dreamed of marvelous golden eggs rising from curious flora. As we speak, our dreamers are hiding eggs in the Black Shroud for participants to lift from the shrubbery, thereby reenacting my dream. Successful seekers will be rewarded with very stylish glasses. Yeah. Them some good shades. Although no little time has passed since I've had word from dear Nanota, who was organizing the operation. I cannot help but worry something has gone awry. If only I could go and find her myself, but alas, I have duties to attend to here. Of course, Knazy, if you would be so kind as to seek Nanota out in my stead, you can count on me. Thank you. I hope she returned to Gridania safely. It would be worth checking the Aphrodite Plaza before venturing further afield. She, too, should be wearing a pair of arithmetic glasses. Hers in the shape of a chicken. I need to really just put together a good glam for my character that I can basically treat as his canon outfit. There's the nota. My glasses? They're a prize for participating in this year's Hatchingtide festivities, but marvelous! I chased a leafy beast and discovered the most fortuitous chicken. But for now I must away. I look forward to these Hatchingtide festivities, these springtime delights. Hello, Daisy, and a happy Hatchingtide to you. How can I be of service? Jilly sent you? I suppose I've been gone for a while, but I've been having trouble hiding our eggs in the arena. As I was working, these tall, thick grasses suddenly sprung forth. I tried to trim them back. Not even my best garden scythe could make the smallest impression. At best, I managed to snip a couple of leaves. But now I can't help but worry that our arena is carpeted not by typical brambles, but a variety of leafkin. We can hardly send our egg hunters into a nest of monsters. Oh, what to do? You would help? What godsend, truly! Now let's start by gathering information about this peculiar plant. Though I know adventurers generally prefer to slay monsters first and ask questions later. I shall head for the Botanist Guild. In the meantime, if you could ask around the Carline Canopy regarding this strange specimen, I would greatly appreciate it. Here, like one of the leaves I managed to salvage. Let us reconvene at the Aphrodite Plaza once we've gathered what information we can. Let's go for the adventurer first. Hey there, handsome. You looking to hire? I'm good with a lance. Actually, I want to inquire about this plant. It's from a leafkin, I think. Oh, I recognize this. A whole swarm of this leafkin was crowding a little corner of the Black Shroud just the other day. Never seen anything quite like it, so I tried giving it a poke. Would you believe it? The leaves and flowers kept growing back, easy as you please. Eventually, I just gave up. There's one thing I can't stand, and it's feeling impotent. Welcome to the Carline Canopy. Is there anything... If there is any way I might be of service, you need only ask. Yeah, I have this plant I want you to have a look at. While I am well versed in the leaves steeped from myriad teas, my knowledge could offer no insights on this particular specimen. My apologies. However, we did have a guest come in search of strange leafkin just moments ago. An Ellison gentleman wearing shaded spectacles. He introduced himself as an alchemist specializing in the study of wild beasts. While he did seem somewhat eccentric, perhaps an expert of his standing might offer the assistance you require. I believe he said he was bound for Old Gridania, should you desire to seek him out. And the leave mead assistant? Greetings, adventurer. Have you come seeking a contract? Actually, I've come to seek information. This leaf, I dare say it comes from some variety of flytrap. We often receive petitions regarding roselets, but I don't think I've seen leafkin of this particular shade of green. Curious. Just as typical plant life flourishes during this season, so too do leafkin. I would not be surprised if some aberrant strain had developed in the process. If you require assistance in culling it, do not hesitate to ask. You're back! Perfect timing. According to the folks at the Botanists Guild, this leaf belongs to a type of highly durable leafkin. So durable, in fact, that the pieces you and I possess are apparently still very much alive. Now, what did you discover? So the others have been similarly unsuccessful in cutting them back? In which case, developing an alternative strategy does seem to be in order. The alchemist you mentioned seems like a good lead, don't you think? An Ellison with shaded spectacles. Perhaps that was the fellow with whom I was speaking earlier. He did say something about chasing a leafy beast, after all. Let's head over and see if we can't find him. Aethernet, what's the closest in Old Gridania? Lancers Guild. Baba, yeah. Look at all those eggs. You know what? I'm grabbing these. Skull. That one. Choco chick. Furion, and I'll take the Komainu as well. Voidal Resonator. There we go, I've got a lot of minions to unlock then. Oh, it's a mount. Even his automaton's gobby bag is bigger than yours. Ah, lovely. Here he is, the gentleman who asked about my glasses. Oh-ho! Oh-ho-ho! The fortuitous chicken has found me again. Along with a gentleman of adventure. Ah, that sounds like me. Ravenous for leafkin large and small, the wayfaring alchemist Herberin at your service. Yeah, I want to know anything you know about this. What? Why, this is the very leaf I've been pursuing for moons upon moons! Moons upon moons upon moons upon moons! That is to say, if you are seeking assistance in combating this menace, I would be happy to help. You would be much obliged. As an alchemist, would you say that some sort of concoction might be effective against this creature? Oh, doubt you not the efficacy of my concoctions, little chicken. With this aberrant leaf in his possession, Herberin the Great can finally realize his purpose for traveling to the Twelves Wood. He can finally seize his quarry by the stalk and wrestle it into submission. But my enthusiasm overcomes me. You see, as I was poring over leafkin of this very persuasion, my eyeballs were subjected to quite a piece of mischief. Since then they burn like all 7 hells if exposed to sunlight, wind, and most of anything. So long as I wear these tinted lenses, I can remain upright and free of blinding pain and nausea for several bells at a time. Quite long enough to brew a tincture that shall spare you both a similar fate. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have ingredients to procure from the Shaded Bower. Wait! At least allow him to foot the bill. Wait a moment. Oh shit, it's him. Run! Oh, whoops. Wrong way. Oh no, wait, it is the right way. Because the Shaded Bower is the shopping district. It's the shopping area for Gridania. Just the bare sight of that leaf has imbued me with untold mercantile stamina. Like lightning flashed my gill, like a mountain grew my spoils. Uh-oh. He's overspent. Now then, I must gather my thoughts. The leafkin in question is a troublesome strain of flytrap, possessed of vitality so great that it sprouts forth with abundance from the very spot it has been shorn. Therefore, by thwarting its regenerative properties, we may cut this terror down to size not only in the metaphorical sense, but the literal. You two have living pieces of its tender, floral flesh. Combined with the chosen ingredients, they should yield a distillation that will forestall the creature's recovery. The effect will be temporary, but a skilled hand needs only a few moments, no? Soak your scythe in Hubrin's bane and mow with all your might. What wonderful news! Can you imagine if the creatures were only susceptible to fire? An egg hunt through a field of ashes, hardly what Gilly dreamed of. Fire? Heavens forfend, my dear chicken! The act of snipping in itself is transcendent communication, or so they say. To inhale the life breath of the forest, to welcome within one's heart the bounties of the land, to occasionally have one's eyes squirted with burning venom. These are the experiences we live for. Not to mention all the free samples of plant life to be gained along the way. Were I not liable to keel over any moment, I would like nothing better than to slice the shrubbery by your side. However, I will have every confidence that a brave adventurer such as yourself will succeed where I have failed. Yeah. Now let us commence. Make me the happiest man in the realm and bestow upon me your leaves. Just as oil dissolves oil, the extraction of this leaf shall counteract their own regenerative properties. Whereby should this be brought thusly, and that should have, yes, from all angles made this scythe strike true. Bum 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 bum. Oh, we get the Trial Reaper. I offer up my masterpiece, my soul, my well-lubricated garden scythe. In your hands, may it hack away our hardships. Exterminate! No, let's not get too carried away, shall we? Think of the children. Now that our garden scythe is equipped to cut back the fly traps, we are one step closer to reclaiming our arena. Rest assured, your efforts will be rewarded with exclusive hatching-tide gifts. But do take care to avoid any squirting venom. Harbor the Upright would like to join this sortie to observe the effects of its alchemical miracle. Insofar as they can be observed with scalded eyeballs. Of course, let us let Knazy work from a safe distance. Our arena is a fair walk from here, so I'll have the Dreamers arrange for a chocobo carriage. Come and find me when you are ready to depart. Let's go equipped like this, because, well, as much protection as possible. the courteous collector. Gonna check in with Julie first. Thank goodness the note is hale and whole. Here I was fearing some monstrous eggy accident. Thank you for your assistance. Bryn? Oh, I cannot wait to see those beautiful fronds fall like rain beneath your blade. Ready to clear our arena of troublesome sprigs and stalks? Just say the word and an egg shall whisk us away. Seasonal event instance unlocked. It's an instanced one. Time for some... There they are! The troublesome traps scratching our arena. Use the garden scythe Herbrand prepared for us and start hacking away. You've dominated our foes! Sally forth, my friend! The shrubbery! Bum 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 bum. Magnificent work! Thanks to you, our Hatching Tide participants may search for eggs in safety and comfort. Indeed! My alchemical solution exceeded even my own expectations. You have delivered me a vision, a dream, not to mention sprigs of a most troublesome trap. How shall I probe, how I shall stare, all without risk to what remains of my vision. Woohoo! Well, I'm glad he seems pleased with the results. Go ahead and tell Geely that our egg hunt may proceed as scheduled. Our arena was filled with leafkin. No wonder preparations were taking longer than expected. I'm glad to hear the issue has been resolved and everyone emerged unscathed. Not only did Knazy clean up the sprigs and sprouts, he also managed to retrieve what eggs were lost to the foliage. We should be ready to hide the eggs anew and begin the festivities. I would like to thank the alchemists who was so crucial to the operation. Do you think Master Herberin is still in Gridania? Eureka! The man himself, you sound cheerful? Fair chicken, cheerful does not describe the half of my mood, for Herbrand the Peerless has made a discovery for the ages. From the leafkin samples you provided me, I was able to concoct a regenerative ointment for my poor blistered eyeballs. I am cured! The habit of sticking my face too close to my object of study has, at long last, served me well. From where once venom splashed, so too did an antidote. Can you imagine how else we might manipulate the properties of these fantastic creatures? We could develop cures upon cures, devise agents upon agents. We are the witness to a golden age of alchemy, rising resplendent from fields of fell leafkin. Goodness, that must be what the eggs in my dream represented. The bright hopes for the future that this discovery portends. So it was you, my oval comrades, who spoke of destiny. Had I but listened, alas, Herberin has been a fool. But no longer. I shall hereby heed the wisdom of Egg and continue my work with full faculties. All thanks to you. You seem to possess a great appreciation for the spirit of Hatchingtide, and also a pair of our promotional glasses. Oh, these? These I wear not for protection against the elements, but as a reminder of the catalyst that changed my fate forevermore. Ball dance. It does me proud to see how Hatchingtide brings joy to one and all, and our celebrations have but scarcely begun. Knezzy, please accept these glasses as a token of our appreciation. You have more than earned them. Egg. Our dreamers will continue patrols of the arena, but we may well need some further trimming. Your assistance would be much appreciated and rewarded with special Hatchingtide gifts. And that's another ball dance. Of weeds and you can participate in the spring cleaning as many times as you wish by speaking with the egg hushers in Miketta's amphitheater or the Acorn Orchard. Race against the clock as you slash your way through endless stages of shrubbery and aim for the highest score possible. Eggs. 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 Let's first use the faces we wear. Let's get me the eggy glasses. Let's do one more round. The shrubbery has been defeated. Onward! I need a shrubbery. The Spriganator calls. So many eggs. And time's up. Good. I need 20 more to get the painted ones. To get the lost set. Oh wait, you actually need 200 of them to get them all. Oh well. I should toss all these into my glamour chest real quick. Antoine, can I please enter the inn room? Funny. Okay. that's done, so we can go back to Colusia. Let me just update the title. Now, time to find some good help. China's look of steely determination is only slightly undermined by the knocking of his knees. Ren is quite right. Building Talos from scratch would require time we simply do not have. Which is why I propose to make use of the long-abandoned Talos which wander the wilds of Colusia. They will need to be deactivated, of course, and if memory serves, the tools required to do so should still be at top rung. Come with me. There they are. So he is an authority on Talos, is he? What other surprises could he be hiding, I wonder? How'd you catch a Talos then? Dig a hole and lure it in. It is one thing to repair an immovable Talos, as Urianger did. It's quite another to catch one, and surely he does sound a trifle dangerous. Aha! The old memory hasn't let me down. The chest contains canisters filled with a dastardly potent insulating powder, capable of halting the flow of ether in the Talos. We only need to get within throwing distance of one and let fly, thus disabling them without damaging them. Ingenious! An old trick of the trade, nothing more. Once disabled, it should be a simple enough matter to get them to march to Yomor. More extensive repairs can wait. Ordinarily, this is where I would ask you to run along and do the deed, but as I've said before, it's high time we learn to stand on our own 2 feet. Thankfully, throwing canisters is something even I should be able to manage. Come off it, Master Chai! Even if the Talos ain't a threat, there's 101 other things out there waiting to make a meal of you. That's as may be, Kai-Shir, but Rendon tasked me with solving this problem, and I will not sit idly by while others risk everything to see my harebrained schemes realized. Not this time. Which isn't to say the mere thought of it doesn't fill me with dread. Truth be told, I can't feel my legs. But if I'm to prove I'm a man worth following, I must lead by example. Well said, Master Chai. Alright. If there's any trouble, we'll call it off. Yes, well, it should go without saying that I have no intention of dying for this. I've always preferred living to see the fruits of my labors. And to make sure I do, I will require your help. As Kaishir says, these lands are dangerous if one is not careful. I would ask you to use my spyglass to look out for any beast that could get in the way of my work. I will also need you to alert me when it's safe to subdue the Talos, understood? Time to aha this. Give the signal. I did it! I did it! Let's move on to another Talos, shall we? Curse, he's not alone. Calm yourself, old boy. Everything will be fine. Shit. Ah! He's seen me! Second cutscene. Wait for it to turn its back. Now. I do believe I'm getting the hang of this. You may leave the next one to me, Knizzy. That should do it. Now we have all we need to proceed. It would seem I misjudged Master Chai. There may yet be hope for you all. Our friend returned with nary a scratch. Well done. Blimey. I thought my heart was going to stop for a moment, eh? Make that a couple of moments. I can scarcely believe it. It was a reckless, foolish plan, but somehow it worked. I did it. Master Chai, I believe I owe you an apology. Your plan to replenish Yuomo's food stores showed forethought and sound judgment. What's more, it's plain your time at Daedalus Stoneworks has equipped you to lead, as evidenced by the extraordinary company you keep. You, sir, are more than qualified to be the next mayor of Yuomor. Thank you for your vote of confidence. But the fact remains, I am wholly ignorant of the world of politics. Which is why I would ask you to join me and grant Yuomor the benefit of your counsel. I would be honored. When the people behold these Talos, I have no doubt they will lend you their support. It would seem Yuomor's leadership is at last in capable hands. Would you not agree? Mm-hmm. We should probably be getting back soon, Master Chai. After you've tinkered with the Talos and all that, Lady Chai's worried sick. Does this skip to where? Skip to return?
Right. Right then. Form a line and make for Yuomor.
This should honestly be setting up a... This should honestly have been having them ride on top of the Talos, but eh.
What's that noise? Wicked White! Runaway Talos! Call the guard!
If I had the option, I would have had them do the conga, but eh.
Stay back! All of you!
There's Lady Chai.
Is that?
Yes, it is.
Darling, you're back.
But of course I'm back. You didn't see...
Dearest, I can't.
Uh-oh. A bit too tight there.
Oh, oh dear.
Too tight. Comedy. All right then, buddy. Get up.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry, my darling. It's just the sight of you filled me with such joy, I couldn't help myself.
Oh, no, it's all right, dear. I should have just come out and said what it was I was intending, instead of entrusting the task to a hastily scribbled letter.
Does that mean you'll do it?
Yes. That's exactly
Well, I'm
what...
here, aren't I? I mean, not that my absence signified any unwillingness, you understand? Oh, no, naught could be further from the truth. I only left to enlist the aid of the former mayor's senior advisor. And now that I have it, I believe I am ready to take office.
Oh, here they... Not again!
Dearest, please.
These two. These two. Let's check the optional dialogue because I think this is going to be comedy. Sorry I wasn't much help. Still, seeing Master Chai go after those Talos was something, wasn't it? Hey, inspiring stuff. I dare say the future of Hulmore has never looked brighter. Thank you again for fighting. I confess, I was not expecting your return to be quite so grand. That dear, sweet man. Going to make the most wonderful mayor, I just know it. It's quite a reception. One Master Chai will struggle to forget. More seriously, the arrival of the Talos has seized the public's attention. Once word is spread around Hulmore, it will be that much simpler to gather one and all so that Master Chai can make his inaugural address. Moving forward. Hey, I get a cutscene. I get an orchestrion role. Despite the butterflies in his stomach, Chai knows is prepared to address the masses. Neon and light. No need to fret, Knezi. I've never felt better. Not at all overawed by the prospect of addressing the assembled masses of Hulmore. As for where to do it, if we're to accommodate everyone who might feasibly wish to attend. The only place large enough would be the Emergent. Then I will go and spread word among the mass, and among the citizens, both free and bonded, that they are to assemble there to meet their new mayor. You there, Kai Shear, was it? Would you go and inform the residents of Gatetown and the derelicts? Of course I will. Good lad, I'll let the guards know not to bar the way to Volfrey's chambers. It goes without saying that I expect the Warrior of Darkness to attend, assuming he's available. Might as well see it through to the bitter end, eh? The doorman at the Crown Lift will show you up. Don't worry, I'll make sure everyone is there for Master Chai's big speech. So get yourself down to the Emergent, go on. I am going to fly over the gate. I guess to the to the Aphrodite Plaza. Chadden. Ah, yes, Master Chai told us to expect you. The Emergent is already filling up with people of all persuasions, free and bonded, citizens and non-citizens. But for you, our guest of honor, we've reserved a place at the front. Right this way, sir. Speak, my man.
Go on, dear.
Thank you all for gathering here today. But before going any further, could I ask the free citizens of Yulmore to look around? 'Tis a sight none of us would ever have seen under Lord Vorthry's rule. Not only do we stand in the familiar presence of those we once called the Bonded, but today we welcome the peoples of the Derelicts and Gate Town too. Today we welcome the Warriors of Darkness, come to bear witness to Yulmore's new beginning. As you know, an election was recently held, at the end of which I had the honor of being chosen to succeed Lord Vorthry. You place great faith in me, and I promise to do my utmost to live up to your expectations, and I will seek always to carry out the duties of this office with integrity and fairness. Always, I say, but not forever. Let it be known that I do not intend to hold this post indefinitely. I consider myself but an acting mayor, who will serve only for the interim, while Yulmore is reshaped according to a new set of values. No longer can we think of ourselves as divided, as the free and the bonded, citizens and non-citizens. The systems put in place by Lord Vorthry must be undone. But even as we tear down the old, we must give thought to the new, to what manner of nation Yulmore should become. Whatever the answer may be, it cannot be decided by one man alone. And so I propose that an open forum be held, that we might all discuss how best to strive towards a better future. However, there can be no talk of the morrow unless we first address the issues of today. Securing new sources of food, rebuilding relations with our neighbors, re-establishing industry. There is much and more that needs to be done. Too much for a mere man of business. And so I pledge instead to do everything in my power to ensure our city's security and stability while we all work together to see these problems solved. The road before us will not be easy, and I know full well how daunting the prospect of honest labor may seem to some of you. But we must accept the reality of our circumstances. We must move forward. This much we owe to ourselves and to the brave heroes who risked their lives to bring back the night. Once we have shored up our city's foundations and regained some semblance of normality, let us reconvene to speak of the future. Until then, I humbly ask that you lend me and each other your strength for Yulmore!
Bravo, bravo. Good speech, good speech. Now our work can begin in earnest. I very much look forward to seeing this humor for the people. Oh, sorry, Kaishie. Seeing everyone come together like that. It was beautiful, that was. Wasn't he simply wonderful? Seeing him take charge of the room as he did. Oh, it reminds me of why I fell for him in the first place. The City of Final Pleasures, they used to call this place, back when the world was ending. But now I hope it will become the City of New Endeavors. What a fine speech, Master Chai. I believe your words stirred every soul in attendance. Stirred them to action, I hope. If I had learned anything from all of this, it's that change begins with the individual. It is but a matter of finding the strength to take the first step. Assuming my fellow Yulmorans can, it shall be my honor and privilege to help them walk this road we have chosen. But we must not forget the individuals who made all of these changes possible. Were it within my power, I would carve a tribute to your heroism into the very stone upon which this city stands. I hate to change the subject, darling, but now that you've officially taken office, have you given any thought to your mayoral seat? We will not be moving into the emergent, dearest. It's too big for one thing, and too far from the people for another. We will retain our current residence, and I will govern here in the parlor. I was hoping you'd say that. I much prefer the view from the parlor. Begging your pardon, Master Chai, but have you got time for a word? Yes, of course. Half in bed? Aye, that's me. I liked your speech, but there's folk outside these walls who've not got enough food to last till tomorrow. And more who are counting their crumbs. If you have a plan to change that, I want to help set things in motion. Then we've much to discuss. No sooner do I take office than my work begins in earnest. Well, I suppose I brought it upon myself. Thank you again for your help, Kinesi. I hope to see you again before long. Aha. What a day. I don't know what it means exactly, but I do know I've got plenty to think about. I sense we all have a great deal to consider. I had resolved to remain here until such time as Yulmor's future was secured. But it's clear to me now that the city is in capable hands. I have every confidence that they'll find their way, and I believe it is time we went ours. So Alphino's leaving too, is he? Seems like everyone's moving on. Everything's changing. But thinking about what I should do in all this. Like I told you, I spent most of my life dreaming about living here with my friends. In paradise. And paradise is gone, but something better is taking its place. I reckon I want to be part of it. This humor for the people Master Chai's been going on about ain't gonna build itself after all. Not that I'm much of a builder. Me and my friends will find a way to make the difference now. I'll keep things changing. I'll keep things changing for the better. A far nobler dream than the one to which you clung before. And one I am happy to say we share. Whatever path you choose, I will pray for your success. Well, when you put it like that, there's no going back now, is there? We've got a few ideas on how we can do our bit. It's just a matter of taking the first step. Oh. End of patch 5.1. Truly, to see Kai Shear just inspired by our actions is inspiring in itself. Yet, however much I may wish to stay and see what comes of his efforts here in Yulmore, we have matters of our own to attend to. Come, we should return to the Crystal Tower. Mayhap Beklug's studies have borne fruit in our absence. To the Crystarium. Now that I think about it, we have both the Eden quest line and the Near Raid series during this expansion. Do you have business with the Crystal Exarch? It would seem Alize has yet to return from the inn at Journey's Head. I do hope she doesn't overtire herself. In the course of preparing more Auracite, we made a significant discovery. We thought it best to wait for your return before sharing our findings. My congratulations, Kennedy. Glad tidings from Yulmore did precede thy coming. I will see that Thancred and Reen hear these momentous events, that they too might take joy in that which thou hast helped bring about. I take it you are ready to resume our work? Welcome back. We are given to understand the new mayor has taken office in Yulmore. Indeed, our good friend Master Chai was elected by popular vote, and after some considerable soul-searching, chose to accept the post. It's a shame you weren't able to attend his inaugural speech, though I have no doubt you will see more of him in the future. But tell me, how fared you in preparing the White Auracite? Our work did not proceed quite as expected. In your absence, we had a frank discussion on the principles of soul transference, and concluded at length that White Auracite was ill-suited for our purposes. Zurianje, did you not say that, compared to the massy soul of an Ascian, the stone could house one of ours with ease? That I did. Armed as we are with Beklug's invaluable insight. It would indeed prove a trifling matter, were we to disregard the inviolable link twixt mind and soul. A link which, would we did belatedly realize, be weakened most perilously in the process of rendering our souls dormant, as Auracite doth require. Thus the shedding of thy fleshly simulacra, and the surfeit of ether which compriseth them, would in all likelihood deprive us of our psyches as well. It would theoretically be possible to channel your minds into the Auracite instead. But it would more than likely sacrifice your souls in the process. Which is why we have abandoned that plan and instead devoted our time to finding a means by which mind and soul may be transported together. Then we are no closer to a solution than when we first began. It is a vexing conundrum indeed, but one for which the Crystal Exarch has posited the most intriguing solution. While our discussions turned to the transference of memories and the psyche, I could not help but be reminded of a technique of which I have personal experience. Knezi, what do you recall Do you recall what we learned of my eyes from our encounter with Doga and Une? This part of the dialogue actually changes if you haven't completed. It's different if you haven't completed Crystal Tower. Which, at this point, if you completed if you went into Heavensward after before patch 5.3, this would be optional dialogue if you haven't. This would only appear if you've completed it. Speak of the royal eye of the Allagan Imperial line, gifted to my forebears for the blood and memories of the ancient Allagans. It is by this gift that I am able to control the Crystal Tower. If we are able to gain an understanding of the technology by which the Allagans were able to accomplish this transference, then perhaps we could keep mind and soul together. Imagine, if you will, a device like unto a soul crystal, replete not only with our worldly memories, but also the bountiful energies of the soul. That's our current avenue of investigation, and we will follow it to wheresoever it leads. While we are thus engaged, I think it best that Kinesi return to the source and inform Cruel and the others of our findings. Agreed. I imagine Tataru would be relieved to hear we've made progress of a sort. Then I would beg leave to relay our findings to Fankred and Reen, and to assist where I may in their investigation of the empty. Yes, please do. Should we have need of your counsel, we will not hesitate to summon you. Give our regards to Tataru, won't you? Revenant's Toll, 104, costs 105 gil. Daisy, you're back! How did everything go in the first? Wait, don't tell me. Crow will be here shortly, and she'll want to hear too. She's just tending to the others. Their bodies, I mean. God, I don't think I'll ever get used to saying that. Anyway, you can tell us everything the moment she gets here. Upon speaking with Tataru, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Yeah, we got time.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I've carried out the treatment as per Master Matoya's instructions. It should slow the destabilization of their corporeal ether quite significantly. But tell me, how fare our friends in the first?
They're fine for the most part. I actually helped, and so Kinesi catches up. Catches up on what
so
happened.
So this Becklug's the first to lead an authority on soulcraft, are they? Sounds promising.
And Urianger's proffered solution of white auracite is rather ingenious now that I think of it. Well, while they press on with their preparations, you may rest assured we will continue to do our part here.
Oh, you're back.
Estinian! I don't have a button for this.
And none the worse for wear, I see.
Good to see you again, Estinian.
Oh, thank the gods. We've been worried sick. Did you lose your link pearl or something?
The situation in Garlemald has become more complicated. I was making my escape from the capital when I ran into one of yours, Riol. He thought it best we come straight here.
More complicated how?
Where to begin?
Let me guess, Emperor's dead?
After entering the Empire via Razat Han, I went about my mission of investigating Black Rose. It was then, inside a provincial factory, that I encountered the one who styles himself Shadow Hunter, Gaius Baelsar.
The Black Wolf.
Our goals being apparently aligned, we joined forces and ventured on into the heart of the capital, to the very Imperial Palace itself. There, we found a man whom all assumed dead.
Xenos.
But his soul lives on, and he has wrested back his flesh. Xenos ye Galvus.
Well. Oh, God. Dear
Nor
God.
did the surprises end there. For no sooner had we arrived than he murdered his sire in cold blood. The Emperor is dead. This sent Gaius into a rage, and he charged in, blade drawn.
Ah, there we go.
What's wrong?
Echo. Done. Oh dear Lord. Seen him in action. His body, at least. You will not best him alone. Nay, death will not come easy to that thing. If you would join me, then by all means. For what good it will do. The Black Wolf and the Azure Dragoon. I suppose this might suffice. Come then. He's got them both locked. Release the worm. I've delayed the ads. The simple pleasure of one's own flesh. Truly, there's no place like home. Abomination. Whatever he is, Kinesi, it was barely a match for him. If we stay here much longer... Emperor Varus, your radiance, you are right. We may wear out our welcome. Your radiance, no! Even the must even the most middling of sport be spoiled. The world conspires to bore me, but I have no cause to remain. I leave these vermin to you.
Xenos!
Well, any bright ideas? Oh. Just one. Just 9mm. Yeah! Your radiance. The intruders have taken flight. I repeat, the intruders have taken flight. Deploy all available Magitech armor. We cannot let them escape. Well. Stop them! Let's keep moving. On my mark! I think not! Damn it. This way, quickly. I'll take the low road. I'll see you outside. Stay safe. Principal dynamics. Well, well, someone's been busy. Hey, another Ultima weapon! Volatile prototype! Arch Ultima! Go on my way, would you? Come, Nidhogg, lend me your strength. You're still using his... Ah, we need to fight Arch Ultima now. Field test. Ready all battle data and begin test sequence 2.0. Initiating synthetic aurosite systems. All systems now fully operational. Tomorrow. It's just a flesh wound. I hear big fat tacos. Now loading data sample 14. Damn it. The big fat tacos are big. Tacos are big. Feel the fury they call. Now loading data sample 12. Big fat tacos are big fat tacos are big. Come on! Full power! God damn it! We'll see about that. Nidhogg, show them your fury!
Taste my lance!
Yeah, no, you're dead. And... oh, we faded back into the echo. Meaning, Guardians and their Machina. Now where are you, Gaius? There we go. Ah, ads.
Are you all right? 'Cause 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 '
I'm gonna snooze once more.
Peer into my past, did you?
Yes, I guess so.
Well, I didn't quite relive the experience as you did, but I bore witness to it all.
I'm still not sure what I think of this gift of yours. But no matter. Our confrontation was cut short when the Imperial Guard arrived. It was then that Xenos took his leave, citing boredom.
To think their research into the Echo could bear such fruit. Escaping death, jumping from one body to the next, and
That's
returning
bull.
to his own after all this time. He is an Ascian in all but name.
It beggars belief, aye. But no more than a hero traversing the rift between worlds.
Ah. I guess
My concerns are far more prosaic. With the Emperor dead and the Crown Prince missing, the Empire is in disarray. Until order is restored, assuming it even possible, we needn't fear an Imperial reprisal. And for reasons of his own, Xenos took it upon himself to rid the world of Black Rose. Riol has already gone to apprise the Alliance leaders of these developments. We may leave the matter in their hands for now.
it's, I think, stuck on
And
that.
perhaps we have seen the last of the fighting at Gimlet. Though, if it comes to civil war, I cannot help but fear for the provinces.
There we go. I've turned off the ad break announcement now.
Ah, I'd nearly forgotten to ask. What became of Gaius? Did he not escape with you?
That he did, but we parted ways shortly after leaving Garlemald. He claimed another threat had arisen which demanded his attention. He didn't elaborate, but the absence of some device or other in the capital gave him reason to believe they're planning something.
Ruby weapon.
Lest you worry, I believe he has well and truly shed the Black Wolf's pelt. Conquest is no longer his objective. We may safely leave him to his own devices.
Well, it's nice to have one less foe to worry about, even if we do have a mysterious new threat to look out for instead.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I'll see that Riol and our Shinobi are made aware. Though we still know next to nothing, it can't hurt to be vigilant.
Well then, with Black Rose nipped in the bud, I believe I've fulfilled my part of the bargain.
That's true, but with the Archon still slumbering away, we were hoping you might agree to stay with us for a little bit longer.
Sorry, but I'm not inclined to extend my contract. Gaius isn't the only one with business to attend to.
Say hi to the Lord Speaker for me, will you?
Thank you for your help then, Estinian. I see why Alphino admires you so.
Farewell, my friend. See that you don't make a habit of dozing off in battle.
I suppose we should all be getting on then. As ever, we will see to the Archon's needs. In the meantime, why not get some rest? You've more than earned it. Go on.
Fade out. You must be shattered after all that hopping back and forth between worlds. Why not stay here and rest for a while? I'm sure Beckler can manage without you. He's got enough science to help them, if you ask me. Quest complete. Oh. Uh-oh. Meanwhile, in Garlemald... Traitors! A full-blown civil war. Day is done, victory shall be ours! As I said, a full-blown civil war, plus ads are coming in. Oh look, there is Xenos! Boring, boring, boring. Do you think I find it amusing like dogs herding cattle to the slaughterhouse? Not you, your souls. Who are you? Found Daniel. Before your majesty, I'm but another dog, lost in want of a new master. A hunting dog, if you should wish it so. I know full well the prey we usually would seek next. Zodiac. Meanwhile, in Humor in the first. Look, I cannot pause for ads here because we have cutscenes. Did you hear? The mayor's reopening Daedalus Stoneworks and they're looking for laborers. There's talk of resettling some of the old abandoned villages too. They're even laying on free tallows to help anyone willing to make the move. Free Talos? Ha! We'd best get packing! Steady work, board and lodging. If that's not a recipe for hope, I don't know what is. Hope? Oh. That ain't Artbert. Yes, so long as I yet live, I can see that feeble flame rekindled. It's my destiny to see our dream fulfilled. That's not... I don't think that's Artbert. I think that's Elidibus. Nope, I cannot climb that. Cool to me! With Riola now in the field, I was asked to return to make up for his absence. Alas, Hori and the others weren't able to accompany me. That's old enemies, new threats is the starting quest for patch 5.2. Cryle? Old enemies, new threats. Cryle is glad for your return, though it remains to be seen if she has glad tidings to share. Kanezi, my, what a pleasant surprise. If you've come to inquire after the Archons, fear not. Master Matoya's treatment has proven effective in stabilizing their corporeal ether. We mustn't grow complacent, however. Potent though these magics may be, they are not without limits. We can only hope they afford us enough time for the Crystal Exarch to complete his work. If only we could go with you to the first and help. Pardon the interruption, but I come bearing urgent news. Ah, Knezi, it's been far too long, my friend. Maxima! Forgive me, I don't believe we have been formally introduced. Maxima, former Garlean ambassador. I remain here in Eorzea under the auspices of Commander Aldin, offering what counsel I can in the hopes of resolving the present conflict with the Empire. Ah, yes. I've heard stories of a defector from Garlemald. But never mind that. You said you have urgent news. Indeed. As you may have heard, the Imperial capital is in turmoil and a sizable portion of the Guardian forces have been recalled from the Gimlet Dock. With their numbers so greatly diminished, the main host of the Alliance has withdrawn, leaving the Alamegan resistance to keep watch over the border. And there is where we have welcomed the most unexpected visitor who claims that this de-escalation may belie growing dangers and unforeseen threats. Commander Aldin has arranged an impromptu meeting to discuss these revelations. He has also requested a representative of the Scions to attend as well, though it was clear whom he wished to extend this time is of the essence. Well, you will not be attending this meeting alone. Though I am not as well versed in the affairs of city-states as our comrades, I see no reason to burden a single Scion with all this. Yes, of course. Then we must make for the Alamegan quarter with all haste. Well, what are you waiting for? Get going, you two. To the locks. Given I am to be attending an official one, Oriel? Do they even have a Skywatcher here? No? Oh well. Much has changed since the first time we set foot in the city. Now we strive to preserve their freedom rather than reclaim it. But we've no time to reminisce. We mustn't keep the commander... They're waiting. Commander Aldin awaits us in the Royal Palace, if you would follow me. Cutscene! Those cloves, it's Gaius! Gaius Baelsar.
They're here, Commander.
And I, for one, am grateful that they are. Told you've been busy since our paths last crossed at the Gimlet Dark.
Aye.
Not that I understand half of it. When the Scions spoke of other worlds, I'd struggled to describe what I pictured. Mayhap things would seem clearer were I to hear the tale from your own lips. But I'm afraid the situation will not afford us that luxury. I trust you two require no introduction.
We meet again, hero of Eorzea.
How things
Must
been,
we repeat
Gaius?
this ridiculous display? I pose no threat to you. though what I come to warn you of very well might.
Had he meant to do us harm, I hazard he would have kept to the shadows, and brought more than 2 companions.
Aye.
We need not pretend to be the best of friends, but I hope we can put aside our differences for the present.
Spill.
As you are doubtless aware, Sir Estinian and I cooperated to rid the world of Black Rose in your absence. Our journey together took us as far as the Imperial Palace, where we witnessed Emperor Varus meet his death at Xenos' hand. Being the sole witnesses to this crime, and in no position to defend our innocence, we were then forced to flee, each pursuing his own avenue of escape. When we were later reunited, Estinian claimed to have encountered an unfamiliar kind of machina during his flight, but to me his description seemed anything but, and upon further investigation I found that I was right. The Empire is developing a new Ultima weapon.
Oh god, it's not again.
What, that Allagan monstrosity, created to vanquish primals, with which you yourself once thought to conquer Eorzea?
The same. In my foolishness, I sought to harness its power, and became the Ascian's pawn in so doing. But you know as well as I how that tale ended. The weapon itself, excavated from beneath this very city, was destroyed ere we could fully unravel its secrets, and that should have been the end of it. But unlikely as it sounds, the Empire's efforts to recreate it have somehow borne fruit, primarily through secret research conducted by the 7th Imperial Legion, it would seem.
Wait, the 7th was all but annihilated at Cartano, along with its legatus.
Indeed, few survived. The 7th, as it is now, has little in common with the Legion led by Vandanis, and its leadership has changed hands several times since. Precisely how this project has continued despite such turmoil, and under whose auspices, remains a mystery.
Ah.
What we do know, however, is that a number of prototypes have been produced, and that one of them is on its way to Eorzea.
The mutole doesn't work anymore.
We attempted to stop it, but it was all we could do to slow its progress, so we resolved instead to bring you warning.
And right glad are we that you did, though it soundly dashed our hopes that tensions might ease at last.
As it is, we've begun to strengthen our presence in the Gimlet Dark, and are assembling a force to meet the coming threat. A force with you in its vanguard, I hope. Before you say anything, I know full well you have pressing concerns of your own. Your comrades remain in peril, and I would not ask you to forsake them. But the fact remains that you, and you alone, have faced the Ultima weapon, and emerged victorious. We need you. And so, when the time comes, if your comrades can spare you, I bid you lend us your strength. I've assigned an officer to
Await your word.
The Ascian's downfall was to be the work of my remaining days, but it was my hand that kindled these flames, and I cannot allow them to spread any further. I will do what I must to see this mistake consigned to history once and for all, even if it means begging your aid. The Fates will enjoy the irony, even as I endure the ignominy.
I too shall make for the border and offer my skills, meager though they seem in such company. Mayhap we shall meet there anon.
Mayhap.
Though we can ill afford to ignore the coming of a new Ultima weapon, our friend's plight grows ever more precarious, and none save you can join them in the first. I only hope you are not forced to make a choice.
That unlocked. Wait. I just realized there's so much content now. That starts to unlock right now. As ever, the way forward is paved with difficult decisions. We can ill afford the threat of a new Ultima weapon, but if you cannot stay for a debriefing on the Ultima weapon, I will not stop you. I only ask that you confer with me before returning to the first. Yep, it's a side quest. It's a side quest series. Can I just say, oh. Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and continue the MSQ. I'll do this one as post-content for Shadowbringers. Cryle can see the steely resolve in your eyes. I suspect she knows where duty calls you. I take it you're ready to return to the first. Then I would ask that you reprise the others of recent events here in the source. Namely, Xenos' return and the development of a new Ultima weapon. As for their bodies, you may assure them that Master Matoya and I will continue doing what we can to keep their corporeal ether stable. Safe travels, Kinesi, and I hope to see you and the other Scions soon. To the Crystarium we go! There we go. Yes, I have business with the Exarch. You are come at a most opportune time, my friend. I made something of a breakthrough in my research on the soul and a means to return the Scions home. I trust you too have been making good use of your time. Ill tidings from the source, you say? When I summon the others that we might be... Then I will summon the others that we might all be apprised of the situation. Still no Alize?
Now that we are all here, what news from the source?
They always pan away to indicate that time passes.
A new Ultima weapon. We must count ourselves lucky that Gaius has pledged his assistance.
While this is indeed a worrying development, I think the state of the Empire as a whole greater grounds for concern. With the Emperor slain and Xenos returned, it is impossible to predict how matters will unfold in Garlemald. The Ultima weapon may be but the first of many unpleasant surprises.
The situation beareth closer observation, of that there is no doubt, and doth compound our need to return unto the source.
Unto the source.
Then let us address that issue. Our long search for a means to see you safely home may well be nearing its conclusion. Thanks in large part to Urianger and Becklug's invaluable insight, we have succeeded in fashioning a vessel for the journey.
We set out to create a crystalline container retaining the more useful properties of white auracite, but without its regrettable limitations. And, after a good deal of trial and error, we made one. An ark for soul and mind both that will allow your incorporeal self in its entirety to be ferried between worlds. A spirit vessel, if you will. However...
Though the vessel is possessed of the requisite qualities to hold mind and memory, it wanteth yet for a means to receive of them. For that, we must needs imbue it with the Exarch's innate gift.
A gift that lives on only through the blood of the Allagan Emperors, which certainly does not flow within auracite or any other crystal.
Which meaneth...
Just so, milady. The blood serveth as a conduit of sorts. In its absence, memory cannot pass from mind unto mind, nor from flesh unto crystal.
That being the case, we must either alter the process of inheritance so as to require no such thing, or determine a means by which my blood may permeate the vessel. I am hopeful that the records found within this tower will yield the knowledge we require to pursue one or the other of these avenues.
As well you should be. The Allagan's body of etherological research is extraordinary. I can scarce believe it the work of ages past. But its underlying principles are not so very different from those of my own field of study. Given time, we will find the answers we seek.
The question is whether we will have the time.
I know that you can ill afford to wait, and it pains me that I must ask you to do so. I can only reaffirm my promise to you that a solution will be found. Whatever it takes, I will see you safely home.
My apologies.
Captain!
I do hope you haven't come to tell us that mortal peril fast approaches.
No. I had hoped to speak with the Warrior of Darkness.
Speak, Lena.
But there is no need to cut short your meeting on my account. I will be waiting outside.
Please, please, tell me. What is it you wish to discuss?
Why not speak in here? She knows I don't mind. Unless she didn't want to.
Perhaps I might accompany you. Though I am woefully ill-qualified to assist in the XIV's research, I may yet be of some use to Lena.
Sounds good. Let's go, Alfie. And I'll take a king salmon meunier. Food. Let's. I have this feeling I might have to call it soon. Oh, really? Fourth job. They came out. Oh, cutscene. Cutscene. You may not remember, but you have met these soldiers once before, though only in passing. They have long have they waited to fight at your side. I was at death's door that day after the Sin Eaters attacked. If you and yours hadn't come along, I'd likely have stepped through. And I wouldn't have been alone. Your courage and selflessness is something we all aspire to. I too was there that terrible day. My friend was transformed into a Sin Eater before my very eyes. I had no choice but to cut her down. The thought of returning to the field and holding a blade again. Yes. And the last one. But don't give in. Keep those words close to my heart. And the boundless beautiful skies above serve as a reminder of their importance. Wait, we're going back to Holminster Switch. Oh no. Oh no!
Did you slay this eater? Your orders were to await the main force before engaging.
No, Captain. It wasn't us, I swear it. A man came out of nowhere and cut it down before we knew what was happening.
By himself. Certainly it is no light warden, but nevertheless.
It's true. Felled it with a single swing of his axe, he did. I've never seen anything like it.
Oh, really?
So I says to him, who are you, the warrior of bleeding darkness? And he says, no, I'm a warrior of light. And that was it. Buggered off as quick as he came.
A warrior of light?
Why would someone go around calling himself that, though? It was those bastards who caused the flood. I mean, if you were going to pretend to be anyone, it'd be him, the warrior of darkness.
Believe me, you wouldn't want to be me.
Eh? Oh, I didn't know. It's an honor.
Believe you me, you wouldn't want to be me.
Since the Eater is no longer a threat, our work...
All he's doing is ruining his own... Oh... I think I know...
to fight at your side today. But I'll continue to follow your example, and may we meet again.
See you again, Failure.
I apologize for the wasted journey. It seems I overestimated the threat.
It's perfectly fine,
As for
Lena.
this warrior of light, I do not know who would be brazen enough to take that mantle for his own. Whatever it may once have meant, it is forever tainted by the association with the flood. The Exarch told me the truth of Ardbert and his comrades' deeds, and I am aware they played some part in your own triumph. But to most, they are synonymous with the calamity that befell this world. Still, if this man is minded to destroy Sin Eaters, I may forgive him his unfortunate choice of alias. But that is neither here nor there. I thank you for accompanying me.
With that concluded, shall we return to the Crystarium? There is a proposal I should like to make.
Forgive me. There is one more thing. A personal concern of mine. I had hoped you might have a moment to speak.
Sure.
Take your time. I shall go on ahead.
What is it, Captain Lena?
I will not mince words. This matter concerns the Exarch. Though his countenance belies his age, his demeanor never has. He has seen more than any man should and grown ever more weary with time. But I see I give the wrong impression. While it is true he attempted to open a letter with a salmon fillet the other evening, we are not here because I suspect his mind is deteriorating. Nor do I believe him to be so maddeningly unconcerned by the prospect of his own death as he once was. Indeed, the opposite is true. It is for this reason that I seek your advice.
You want my counsel?
Since he returned from the Tempest, the Exarch is not as he was. He seems a different man. A younger man. I know not the details of his research, but when I saw him at work recently, there was a glint in his eye that I had never seen before. He looked happy. It was as if he had peered into the future and for the first time found joy there. Though it gladdens me to see him thus, I wonder if I should not keep my distance. I fear that my presence will only anchor him to the past, remind him of all the pain that came before.
He's lost without you, you know, and he misses you already.
Are you sure? Then
Absolutely.
perhaps we might remain as we were. As we have always been. What a relief. In that case, I will have to speak with him about the amount of time he is spending at work. This research is important, I know, but if he refuses to consider his own health, I will have to consider it for him.
And drag him out of his office. I get it. I will not keep you. You and your comrades have much to discuss. I will go see the others back to their posts. The docile gate. Is there any side quests that I can... I want in. The others were quite shocked to hear what we found in Lakeland. But now that you're here, there's a proposal I should like to make. I've been spending a great deal of time in the Cabinet of Curiosity, and of late have noticed more and more people perusing the books of history. On history, the years leading up to the Flood in particular. I suspect they wish to know more about the Warriors of Light. Well, they should, but nearly everything I've come across describes them as sin eaters or worse. Regardless of whether or not this Warrior of Light is who they claim to be, I worry that their sudden appearance in conjunction with this renewed interest in their predecessors may lead to growing unrest and fear. As people of the Crysarium seek the truth, I say we give it to them. I too can attest to the falsehoods within full many of the Cabinet's tomes, but nary a mention of the noble deeds of Ardbert and his comrades. To be fair, they bear some responsibility for the Flood, but when the tale is told again and again over the course of a century, I am not surprised to see their roles distorted and them painted as villains. Were it not for the record stored within the Crystal Tower, I would have had no reason to question the narrative. Unfortunately, that knowledge was of no use, for when I arrived in the first, their reputation had already been irreparably tarnished. That said, there still remain those who work tirelessly to defend their good name in those early days following the Flood. Considering all the good they had done, I find it a wonder they needed defending at all. He brought to justice the man who misused my knowledge to bring about the fall of Verbert. And that such heroes could be spoken of in the same breath as sin eaters is absurd. Under normal circumstances, I would agree. But as time passed, those who knew firsthand of their deeds dwindled. Only one truth remained, that they were the cause of the flood. With the world on the brink of oblivion, it was all too easy for the Warriors of Light to become villains deserving only of resentment and hate. To that point, the truth mattered little. It would not change their lot. Thanks to all of you, however, their lot has changed, and now they may heed the long-forgotten truth. You claimed it was Oddbert who helped you overcome Emmett's self, correct? Such a revelation would only do well to sway the hearts of... Damn, I skipped forward too fast. Sway the hearts of those who knew him only as a villain. I have shared this with a select few, and one and all must be told of his sacrifice. To that end, I say we proceed with Alphino's plan. We called together the people of the Crystarium and recounted them the true tale of the Warriors of Light and the flood that followed in their wake. Well, what say you, Kinesi? I wish we had done this sooner. In hindsight, I agree, but better late than never, no? Exarch, might I ask you to continue working with Beklug on our means of returning home? The rest of us will see to gathering the people of the Crystarium in the XIV. We will have to reach out to anyone and everyone who might be willing to lend an ear. With any luck, word will spread and more will accompany them. I'll first go to Spagirix, which is the closest. I'll basically go this route. I'll take the northern part first. Miss Chesamil. Kinesi, what a wonderful surprise. Now I hope your being here doesn't mean someone's been hurt. Thanks to you, I've had far fewer patients coming through my door of late. Which is a shame, come to think of it. I've had fewer opportunities to test my new medicines. I jest, of course. It's actually been quite pleasant to have a few moments to myself now and again. The truth about the Warriors of Light. The Exarch has already spoken with me about them. Well, if there's more to the tale, I'd very much like to hear it. Crystalline mean. I do love the music in this game. Well, what a coincidence! I was just reading over a letter I received from Grenelt not long ago. He says a visitor from the Crystarium found him at the bottom of the ocean, and that he inspired him to reach new artistic heights. Well, I can only think of one person capable of both feats. Now, I'd say the latter is far more impressive. To think fate could bring the two of you together in such a place. I'm sorry. You mean the Exarch didn't tell us the whole story of the Warriors of Light? Well, whatever's left unsaid, I'm all ears. I guess to the Cabinet of Curiosity. Morin? No, this can't be. Surely there's at least one hidden book here that does not cast the Warriors of Light and their deeds in such a negative light. Chin up, Morin. Oh, Knazy, forgive me. The Cabinet of Curiosity has been bustling with visitors of late, but I fear our repository lacks for the knowledge they seek. The people wish to know the truth of the Flood, of the Warriors of Light. I have searched high and low, but alas, every account portrays them as no better than sin-eaters. Abominations worthy only of scorn and resentment. I know that we're not always judged so harshly, but I can find no proof. Yet I dare call myself a librarian. You would address the people and tell them the truth of the Warriors of Light, of the Flood. How wonderful! You have regaled me with the tale once before, but I should love to hear it again. Oh, and you may be assured I will not come alone. Stupidly huge doors. Let's go to Musica Universalis. Musica Universalis. There we go. Glenad. Well, well, to what do we owe the pleasure? Whatever it is, I must ask you to be brief. If night returned, visitors have been flocking to the Crystarium, and I find myself too busy by half. I don't mind it all, seeing the stairs so full of life and excitement is one can almost forget the Flood ever happened. The Warriors of Light, yes, the Exarch has mentioned them before, but everyone knows them now as the cardinal virtues. Or are you suggesting there's more to it than that? Well, whatever you've yet to steer is wrong, so I'm willing to hear what you have to say. Giot, Sereg, and Grandson still need to be filled in. Their quest lines still need to be done. I guess the last one I need to talk to then is Bragi. Come to browse the wares in the market, have you? Well, I can guarantee you have no trouble finding what you need. Under Humor's new leadership, trade has never been more prosperous. Word is that fellow from Deadless Stoneworks is taking over as mayor. Did he really? Little wonder business is booming the way it is. Okay, Alfino. Standing smack dab in the middle of the Exedra. What? In the middle of nowhere. Oh! This is where the Eden Raid series comes from, then. By the time you hear this... The Minstreling Wanderer. Hey, it's Yoshida-san! Wait, aren't you? So I thought so. Knazy Leachez, am I correct? You've been keeping very busy if all the rumors are to be believed. It's Yoshida-san! How in the seven hells did you... The minstreling wanderer. This unlocks the extremes. This unlocks the extremes. I mean, we can unlock top. You cob, we can. Anyway, minstreling wanderer. That is. That is Mr. Yoshida. Tis good to see the people of the Crystarium is so eager to learn the truth. And with this newfound knowledge of the past, they will at least be able to look to the future with eyes unclouded. When those I spoke with at the orchard and the rookery were quite keen to hear what we have to say. For as much hope as they have for the future, the scars of the past weigh heavy on them still. Please tell me this is an... Please tell me I can do this automatically. Wait. Oh, I get... Oh, this cutscene can actually be done... Oh, wait, I think I've seen...
Yes, this looks to be nearly everyone. Let us begin, shall we? Though I am usually the first to hold forth at such events, I think on this occasion that honor should fall to you.
They would be more inclined to take the word of the Warrior of Darkness.
Indeed. In light of the subject matter, who better than thee to speak these truths?
All right, guys. People of the Crystarium.
Wicked White. The Warriors of Light did all that?
Yes, indeed.
So they never... I mean, they only ever wanted to help. And when everything they'd done turned to ash, they still carried on.
That's what we like to call perseverance.
They gave everything to stop the flood. First their lives, then their souls. And they managed it too, in the end. They saved us. And we cursed their names.
This should go a long way towards clearing the air.
Well, speak of the devil and he shall appear. Hotbird.
Impossible.
I take it I'm not imagining this then.
I definitely see something. You don't think it's a ghost, do you?
Nay, yonder standeth no bloodless apparition, but a warrior of light and darkness both. Ardbert.
What in the world?
It's you! The one who slew the Eater!
Clear a path. We need to talk to
That
him.
it should be the warrior of darkness who brought the truth to light. You've saved me a fair bit of time. Though I have a few words of my own to say, if I may. People of the Crystarium! I am Ardbert. One of those you know as a warrior of light.
The Ardbert I know is not that
That's impossible. You
You
should be
dead. Yeah, so you should be dumpster diving for ham scraps, you 6-piece chicken like nobody. To make the joke.
Aye, that I should. But as the world has been given new life, so too have I. I know not why I, and I alone, have been gifted this chance. But I do know this. Only by the will of the star itself could such a miracle come to pass.
I don't trust
The
it.
hero who stands before you now, the warrior of darkness, is not of this world. And the day will come when he must return to his home.
Ain't that the truth?
But this land is our home. And if it is to remain so, now and forevermore, it is we who must protect it. The time to rely on saviors from afar has passed. It is you who must rise. You who must become the new warriors of light. What? Us? Warriors of light?
Yeah, right.
None of us were born heroes, my friend. I was only ever a man with a thirst for adventure. But wherever my journeys took me, I was invariably confronted with the same choice. To lend what aid I could to those in need, or not. And I always chose the former. Any one of you could do the same. All you need is the will to help your fellow man, and the resolve to see it through.
From thine own lips did we learn of Ardbert's fate, and by thy countenance I gather thou art not inclined to recant thy testimony. Yet whosoever this man may be, his words hold truth and resonate with the citizenry besides. For us to voice our doubts here and now would serve but to sow disquiet. 'Twere better we retired unto the ocular and there discuss this matter in private.
Go. I will stay here and watch.
Understood, Alfie. Hey, ads are starting in a minute. I guess it's perfect timing to call a quick 5-minute recess after this cutscene then.
So, that is a warrior of light of the first. I've not had the pleasure of making his acquaintance, but as you all seem to be in agreement, I gather this is no simple case of mistaken identity.
Nope.
As far as I was able to discern, that was indeed Ardbert. It has been a long time, but not that
It looks like I
long.
cannot take.
Could he truly have been
Looks like I once again am running. Yeah, it's right. Yeah, it's running once again right through a cutscene. No, absolutely not.
Ardbert did entrust his very soul unto thee. I see no reason to question thy judgment.
Nor I. To my eyes, your ether burns as brightly as the day you slew Emmett Selk. That is proof that he is with you still.
Yet that which standeth now before the people is far more than a passing imitation. I am reminded of the cardinal virtues, though a sin-eater he is not. Which leaveth but one plausible explanation.
Ascian.
That he is an Ascian.
I guessed it, and there's only one unsundered one left.
Given their fondness for posthumous possession, I would have to agree. From what I understand, the Warriors of Light were laid to rest in Yulmore by those whom they had aided in life. At the time, some few still remembered them as heroes. Needless to say, 4 of them were subsequently exhumed to serve as the Virtues. And if one knew where to look, Ardbert too would not have been difficult to find.
Assuming then that this is indeed the work of an Ascian, my mind inevitably turns to the last remaining paragon to survive the Sundering.
Elidibus.
Elidibus. That Xenos hath reclaimed his own flesh is known. Thus evicted from his borrowed form, and cognizant no doubt of Emmett Selk's failure here in the First, 'tis quite possible the emissary chose Ardbert for his next vessel.
Inhabiting the flesh of the fallen? My, that is unsavory. And they do this often, you say?
Way too often.
Verily, for they possess no corporeal forms of their own. In what one may term their natural state, none save those gifted with the echo can perceive them. Indeed, when Elidibus intruded upon the waking sands, his presence did go unmarked by all save Ninfilia and the Warrior of Light. On that occasion, I myself remained ignorant of his coming until after his departure. 'Twas only at a later juncture, when he deigned to appear before me in borrowed flesh, that I was finally able to take the measure of him. In such puppetry do the Ascians engage when they seek to influence the course of history.
And they have gained much by it. Emmett Selk single-handedly built the Garlean Empire in this manner, while the Hebrea came close to conquering Eorzea, having taken possession of Thancred's living body.
Yet it must needs be noted that the Ascians cannot avail themselves of all mortal vessels. For were they able to do so, none would serve as a better pawn than our own redoubtable champion. Mayhap the blessing of light shieldeth Hydaelyn's chosen from Ascian influence. Or mayhap other forces are at work. We cannot say for certain.
Whatever the reason, I hope it holds true. I dare not contemplate what might come to pass otherwise.
Obviously, they're going to try and...
Is it not peculiar, then, that Ardbert's mortal remains should be susceptible, given that he was once a warrior of light? Or did the final departure of his soul make it possible, perhaps? Regardless, to hear an Ascian use him to call forth new warriors of light boggles the mind.
Elidibus hath ever been an enigma, his ostensible purpose being to preserve the balance between light and dark. When he made overtures towards me, however, I was afforded a glimpse behind the mask of the self-appointed emissary. I shall not defend mine actions, undertaken in pursuit of a better understanding of our foe as either wise or prudent. Nevertheless, what little I did glean may now prove useful. Elidibus possesseth a subtle mind, practiced in the art of manipulation. That he coaxed this star's most valiant heroes as far as the source with naught save half-truths is no trifling feat. And now I believe he doth employ his skills once more to some as yet unknown end. Though naught is certain, should my suspicions prove true, we shall have need of all our wits if we are to uncover and thereafter thwart his plot.
Agreed. 'Tis plain that simply speaking out against him will not avail us. At best, it would only serve to confuse the people. And I would hesitate to do anything which might tarnish Ardbert's reputation once more, nor yours by association. That being the case, it may be wise to keep a covert eye on this Ardbert's movements, as we attempt to discern his purpose and how best to mitigate his influence.
His performance appears to have concluded. What now? Go back out and follow him?
'Twould appear Master Alphino already hath pursuit in mind, and I suspect one pair of eyes shall better serve our cause than half a dozen. Let the rest of us maintain an inconspicuous distance, for the present at least.
If he approaches me, I shall talk. Popoto salad. A sleep disturbed. With furrowed brow, the Crystal Exarch deliberates your next move. But I feel like it's about time this feels like a right stepping off point for today. Let me see if we can raid anyone. Let's go say hello to Lithium Fox, who's doing the Sebring 12 hours in iRacing. Currently behind the wheel of car number 57. On lap 27, apparently. So, good night, everybody.